I already know that the things I have is not unlimited and that everything can be touched, including me. Hey y'all, welcome to Lovely J Podcast. I'm Coco Boughton and I gotta tell y'all this. Uh Let me tell y'all what the Invisibles did. Now they have a sense of humor. I swear they do. They have a one long and big sense of humor. Let me tell you what they did. I got Estee Lauder foundation in, and it's for the TikTok shop, and it's one of the samples, and I had to do my video. And so I was trying out this primer, and I was like, well, since I'm doing the primer, I might as well go ahead and add some foundation on it so people can see how the primer makes the foundation look. Problem is, they may or may not get to see that because when I put on the foundation, somebody had watered it down and they actually, I don't know what they put in it, but when I put that on my face and I started spreading it, oh my God, OMG. When I started spreading it, it was like a ghost, like I was pale white. It was supposed to be the color Cinnamon 5W 1.5, which is my complexion because I've brought it before. Well, I've had it before. I didn't buy it, but it's what they send me to, sample for them and do videos for them. So I've had it before, and it is my complexion. But that was clearly not my complexion. I put that on, and I looked like a ghost. A big ghost. I mean, seriously. I had to take it right back off. I was like, oh my, I'm not going to use this. This is not the right color. But somebody, they did something to it because when I put it on, it was running. I mean, it wouldn't even stay in one place. It was like running all over the place. And I had to go ahead and start, patting it on the face. And usually it don't do that. Now, it's not a dry, thick, or sticky foundation, but it is a foundation that is going to sit a little bit, and it's not that hard. It made my face so hard, y'all, whatever they put in there. Oh, excuse me for the yawning. My breathing's regulating. When I start talking and I start yawning, it'd be because my breathing is regulating itself. But yeah, I looked at my face. I was mad. And at the same time, I was laughing. I said the nerve of these people to come in somebody else's house and play all these psychological games and manipulation tactics and, do things that can harm a person's self-esteem, their mental. But see, I know what kind of game they play. A narcissist is going to be a narcissist. I don't play back with the game. I'm not saying that at times it's not funny because some of the things they do is funny and some of the things they do is not that funny to me. Well, none of it is really funny to me, but it just so happens sometimes I get a laugh out of some things they do because I got to laugh to keep from crying. I don't want to sit around and be crying at every little thing they do. But when I tell you, I saw my face. I saw my face and I was like, no. And I'm trying to do this video tonight. I work better under pressure. I just do. I work good under pressure. So I'm trying to push out all these videos tonight and I just had to stop. I was already tired when I got started, but I think I'm up now. I just want to say to whoever did it, you got me. You got me. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Give you a cookie for it? I mean, you got access to the cookies and chips. You can get it yourself. I mean, it's really stupid though. And I could be angry about so much of what's going on. But when we look at the world, the president is not even following the Constitution. Sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry, y'all. The president is not even following the Constitution. So what makes me think that any police officers or anybody else is going to follow the Constitution? And this is part of something that's been going on for a long time with me now. They bringing back all these old clothes and things. I wish y'all could see it. Some of them clothes I ain't seen since 2022, 2020, 2019, and now they bringing them back, putting them in my house a little bit at a time. And I can smell that they haven't been with me. Makeup's been tampered with. When you see me do a makeup video, you better get the most out of that video, because that's probably going to be all the video I do with that product, because of how my stuff get tampered with. And is this stuff against the law what's happening? Yeah, it is against the law. But the law is not on my side. The law is on their side. So I'm not even going to call them. And if the FBI is involved, because I did read somewhere where they said people that go through the GS stalking and the community mobbing and things, that these are monitoring spirits that are monitoring me because I have been deemed as a threat. How can I be a threat? I mean, I can see how I could be a threat, though. And it's not even through what you think. It's not even through physical. It's just through speaking the word of God. Now, if you consider that a threat, I can speak the word of God. That's what I do. But yeah, so that's why the police, they don't get involved with the things I tell them. And I haven't really spoken to them since 2022 about this situation, because when I started seeing how they were trying to say I was crazy, I was like, oh, there, hold up, sir. So the least I speak, the better off I am. Now, I do speak on my podcast about some things that happen. Everything that I speak about is criminal. It's criminal behavior. It's criminal. It's narcissistic. It's against the law. It's not constitutional. It's not biblical. I mean, it's evil. Well, it can be biblical because it's evil. It's a work of evil, and evil is in the Bible. The Bible teaches us about evildoers and how we don't want to be like them. And that's why I had to laugh it off today, because I was about to blow up and my face had did. Ooh, I wish this yawning to stop. I should really just take my asthma pump before I come on here and start talking. And my allergies are working with me. And I gotta tell you the story on the allergy thing too. My allergies, I don't believe, would have been messing with me like they are now. But yesterday I received some packages that were so full of smoke. My nose and my eyes have been running ever since. So I'm going to start getting up doing my own things. I'm not going to ask nobody to do nothing for me. I just got to push myself. That's why I've been studying so much about Navy SEALs, because I got to push myself to, even though I'm in this pain, I got to push beyond this pain. And if something messes up, I mean, I just still got to keep pushing no matter what. I got to keep going. That's what I got to do. Because I can't keep asking people who hate me to do things for me, and everything they do for me is a mess. Everything that I have asked of family members to do for me, they mess up my stuff. They mess with my food. It's so much I could name right now that's coming from within the system, not outside of the system, but coming from within the family system that I could name right now. But I will not do that. But I can tell you, I don't even care if they get mad anymore. I was thinking today, and I know that it probably was one of them that did that too, by the way. But I was thinking earlier, what am I doing? Really, what am I doing? And I want you to listen at this, because some of you may be going through the same things too with your narcissist or your family of narcissists. What are you really doing? I mean, really, how much of our lives do they really help us with? I was sitting back thinking about that. Now they trying to make me feel like they doing everything for me. And it's not everything for me. I just thought a majority of things I do myself. And a majority of things, like even right now, I have been taking out my trash for the last 4 or 5 months. Now, did I need help before? Yeah, I needed that. I needed that before. Do I still need help now? Yeah, but I'm not willing to kiss nobody's butt. I'm not willing to beg for it. When, hey, I'm a seed of God, and he said we ain't begging. We ain't begging for bread. I'm his seed. Everything I need, he will make sure I have. And the worstest part about my trash is like bathroom trash and stuff. Sometimes I get heavy because I have underpads and things, pull-ups and all that, which I'm going to get that looked after too. But I was thinking about that. What actually, you trying to make me feel bad about something you're not even doing for me. And that's how the narcissists work. But I didn't catch on to some of that until the other night. I get up, I cook for myself. 80% of the time, I cook for myself and I cook for others. The other 20% of the time, if I got money, I'm going to eat at a restaurant. I don't really eat nobody's cooking for me and my family. They can send me what they want to send, but I usually don't eat it. Unless it's got to be really something I want, like chicken wings. I love fried chicken wings, but I done been turned against chicken wings. I don't know if I ever want to eat another chicken wing again. And then again, I can't let the narcissism turn me against eating chicken wings, because the chickens didn't do nothing to me. It was the person. But a majority of the time, they're not doing it for me. They doing things for themselves. I don't charge nobody to babysit. None of that. If they give me something, it's because they want to give it to me. It's not because I sat there and said, oh, well, I ain't watching them kids because I want the money. I don't mind the company. I love seeing kids grow. I love listening to them, listening to their story. They got some good stories they tell. So I like all that. I love it. Y'all, I sound congested. No. All right. Yeah, that from off that bag last night that was full of smoke. Checking the post office is something that I started doing. I started back checking the post office this year. No, correction, last year. No, it probably was about the middle of last year. Because actually, it was around March and April of last year, because it was when the softball games were going on. That's when I started back checking the mailbox for myself. I do a lot of it, Let me cut this off. I'm sorry. But I started checking the mailbox again and things. And that felt good to me. It felt good being able to get out and, do you know how the post office smells? It smells like wood. It smells like papers. It smells like people are receiving mail. And I always did like the post office smell. Let me see who's inboxing me. Okay. I always did like the post office smell. And when I was a little girl, I used to fuss to check the mailbox. I wanted to check it. I wanted to be the first one to check it. I just liked it for some reason. But I'm back doing a lot of things myself. But when I look back over my life, it was a lot of things I was already doing for myself. And for people not to give me that credit that I was already taking baths and things, I've had some terrible pains in my body to the point where sometimes I could not take a bath for 10 days. For 10 days, I could not take a bath. And my body was real sore, but I never broke down and asked nobody for help. Now, did that help me out? Not really, because I was stinking. I was funky. I ain't gonna lie. I was stinking. It did help me out. And at the end of the 10 days, I had rashes on my body. I had bed sores, but I couldn't move. I spent most of the time in the bed. And if I did get something to eat, I'd be like, can you stop by the restaurant and get me something? And then I get them something too, back then. But I didn't put that burden on nobody. I'm not trying to be a burden on nobody till burden days come, okay? I'm still young. I'm still quite young. I'm in my 40s. So that's still quite young. I'm not trying to be a burden on anybody right now. I see what that's like. I mean, really, it's not a burden. If you learn the basics of life, taking care of people is not a burden. It's a blessing. But you got to see it. And nobody can show you it. It's you got to see it. I wish that I could help my mom out more right now. She's in her 90s, almost 100. But I can do bare minimum because it hurts so bad for me to, I can't do some things. And I got to stop saying can't. There must be something I can do for her. I got to look into it and see what it is that I can do, as part of helping with her caregiving. Not no strenuous stuff, but if it ain't nothing but talk to her once in a while. And that would be once in a while because I already know that I wouldn't want to upset her to where she'd be like in her fussing mode because she don't need that where she at now. Oh no, can't have that. Okay, getting back to it. But I was sitting back thinking, that movie, if y'all have not seen it, you got to go watch The Bad Guardian. And you need to watch Gaslit on Netflix. That woman's husband had her head messed up. You hear me? Let me tell you, that woman's head was so... Y'all, I got to drink something. It's pollen. It's blowing underneath the door. Hold up. I ain't gonna lose my excitement for it. Wait a minute. I did that right into the microphone, and I should not have. I'm so sorry, y'all. And I'm tired of saying sorry throughout this broadcast, so I'm going to say it now in advance. I'm sorry for anything I do, snort my nose or swallowing in your ear, whatever it is, I apologize. Coughing. I did pause out for a little bit, but I'm going to come back on. I'm going to take this asthma pump because I feel like that's like some asthma flare up right there. I went and stood outside for a little bit, and that pollen just blowing. It's raining pollen. I'm going to take this pump though, so y'all might hear it. Okay, got the pump in me. I gotta take my Symbicort. This time of year, I gotta have it. Okay, so let's get back to it. Oh my goodness, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh my God, what was I talking about? Oh, the movie Gaslit. Gaslit by my husband. Let me find a little write-up on it or something. You gotta watch that. I mean, that's exactly what it's like. Gaslit by my husband. On that movie, I'm going to tell you a little bit of... I'm going to tell you my take on it. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend you watch it. And it's not... I'm going to tell you something. It's not really a good movie. It's not really a good movie, but it's the meaning of the movie that you should pay attention to. You should pay attention to the things that happen within the movie. But the movie itself, I mean, if you like Lifetime movies, that's what it's like. And I like Lifetime movies. So for me, it's a good movie. For many, it may not be because it do remind me of a Lifetime movie. Now, this is what it says about Gaslighting by my husband. Is a form of emotional abuse. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I'm gonna read this. This ain't pertaining to the movie, but this is kind of what the movie is based like. So this is the part that I'm telling you where, even though it may not be a good movie in such a thing, and it reminds me of them after school movies, like it's really trying to teach you what to look for. Gaslighting by a husband is a form of emotional abuse designed to make a wife question her own memory, perception, or sanity to gain power and control. Common tactics include lying, denying events occurred, trivializing feelings, and blaming her for his abusive behavior. This manipulation often leads to self-doubt, isolation, and increased dependence on him. Okay, so let me tell you. That is how that movie was. It was all of that. I gotta put Netflix in here for it to pull up on Netflix. Let me see. And it was a true story. Gaslit by my husband, the Morgan Metzer story, 2024. Chilling Lifetime movie. Oh, it is a Lifetime movie. Now number one on. I told y'all it was like a Lifetime movie, and I love Lifetime movies. Cause me and my granddaughter Serenity, we'll watch them things. We'll spend the whole day and we'll just sit here and watch them movies and eat us some snacks and things. Okay, it's number one on Netflix right now, and it's about a woman escaping her controlling ex-husband after a staged home invasion. Now, I won't tell you what all gonna happen on there. And there's some other good movies on there. The Bad Guardian I was telling you about, that's narcissism too. That one came out in 2024. It's a thriller featuring manipulation and abuse produced by the same team behind Gaslight. I knew it. Oh my. See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta observe things and people. Just look, the same way I was observing those movies. Once you do that, you can follow their pattern. Everybody got a pattern. I got a pattern. They know my pattern. I know their pattern. Everybody got a pattern. And at some point, you got to change up every once in a while. And when you change up that pattern a little bit, you can catch them in a lie or something. And sometimes it's not even intentionally, but it's just what happens along the way. Okay, this is another one. Worst Ex Ever, a true crime docuseries exploring dangerous relationships. Oh, you know what? I'm going to screenshot these movies because I'm going to watch them. And I'm not going to go through all these movies with y'all, but I am going to watch these movies. Oh, I remember Dirty John. Dirty John was about a narcissist too. Psychological thrillers. Just put it in Google search for Netflix and all these pictures will pull up. I mean, excuse me. All of these movies will pull up and tell you a little bit about them. You pick out which one you want to watch. And hopefully you'll learn something from it. Because what I learned from the Gaslit by my husband was that I was being provoked. I was being provoked just like now. Being provoked into posting things on Facebook about what's going on with me and these invisible people, being provoked into speaking on this podcast about what's going on in my life and why these people doing this thing. First of all, I won't know the why. I have several theories of why, but it's never been no facts presented, so I don't even question anymore. I just know they're doing some illegal stuff to me. And they do things that make you act out. It will make a person act out. Just like today, everywhere I went, y'all, they use the color-coded cars today. And it was the cutest thing ever. Listen, you got to turn your pain into gain. I was looking at those cars, and I was in the McDonald's line, getting me something to eat, and it was nothing but white cars. White trucks, white cars, white. As I leave McDonald's, everybody coming in, driving white vehicles. Everybody going out, driving white vehicles. In the Walmart parking lot, white vehicles steady coming in. So that's a form of harassment and community mobbing. If you know, you know. But it could have provoked me, but I know better. I know better. I know these people want attention. They want a reaction. But if you make them act out, then they go into jail. So they have to scale it back some. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how these narcissists work. And with the things I get from the TikTok shop, this is how I make my money. I make my money off the TikTok shop. And when they mess with my products, it affects me being able to present that product the way it should be presented. Just like that foundation. I put that foundation on my face and I turned into a ghost. My face went white. And I knew then, I said, wait a minute, this isn't right. And I hurried up and got that off of my face. I was not about to sit with that on for the next 15 minutes doing a video of any kind. I wasn't taking that chance because I don't know what they put in it. I just know it was the wrong color. But these narcissists, they have a way of making it seem like you are the fault for everything. The other night, I ran into some issues with my daughter. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all this, and I don't care who you tell. But I ran into an issue with my daughter because of something I posted. I posted something about something they gave me. And I felt like they shouldn't have gave me that because that could have, it could have made me sick. It could have gave me food poisoning. But they didn't see that the way I saw it. I sent them a picture of what they did. And I said, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. And so in the back of their heads, I'm pretty sure they laughed about it. But I was serious about it. And so after she saw one of the posts I put on Facebook of a certain food, she inboxed me and just went off on me. And I'm like, you going off on me, but you didn't care enough about what that was going to do to me. What if I had been somebody that couldn't fix my own food? What if I was in that stage? I could not trust my family to feed me. If I was to be in that stage, I couldn't trust it. I couldn't trust it at all. Not from what I see. There's nobody I trust in my family now. It used to be a few, but now there's nobody. When I seen how they all backed away from me at the restaurants and at the beach, that pretty much let me know what I needed to know. And you know what? We don't chase people. We don't chase people to be in our lives. People who want to be in our lives, they come in our lives and they don't mean harm to us. But when you got people who want to be in your life only so they can harm you, manipulate you, cause a negative reaction out of you, provoke you into doing things that you know are outside of your character, no, you don't have to be around them. I don't care if they is family. And when they try to make you think that they have done so much for you, I want you to really add up the cost, because if you count it all, you can't count it all. You can't count everything that God has done for you, because without God, they couldn't even done it. Now, case settled. Who trying to make you feel bad about what they did for you? They couldn't have done it without God. Even if they evil, they still needed God, and they might not know that. But really, if you count up what people are doing for you, because my ex used to say all the time, MF, I did this for you, I did that for you, and I would sit back and I say, but I paid for it, and I paid you to do it. You know what I'm saying? It won't like you just got up and did it for me because you wanted to. You got something out of the deal too. So you see, that's why I can't afford to let these narcissists run my life or make me feel bad. They can compare me to my family members all they want to, because you know what? I'm going to have some of them traits because I was brought up like that too. I'm going to have some of those traits, but just because I got those traits don't mean I got to act on them. I got some of the most deadliest traits that a person can have. And you know why? Because I'm too self-aware. And that makes it horrible. That makes it horrible for you, and it makes it horrible for me. That's why I don't go around a lot of people, because I know my responses. I know who I trained myself to be at a young age, too. I know that part, too. And I know the training that I had to untrain myself as I got older, because it was like, you can't go around thinking like that. For the rest of your life, you can't go around thinking it's them or either it's going to be me. You can't do that. You're going to stress yourself out so bad, always wondering who you got to fight today and tomorrow. I had literally trained myself as a young child, trying to survive these molestations and things. I trained myself that if they come to you, you got to get them first. I don't know what movie I saw, but I saw a movie, and it had a hell of an influence on me. That's the best way I can say it. Because those people was in that movie, and they were training them young people. You got to get them before they get you. And that's the type of mindset that I had. Only problem was, now I'm out here doing a whole bunch of getting. But as I got older, I realized you can't do that. You can't live that type of life. You got to grow up and learn better and do better. So I don't live like that now. But that trait is still in me. It's in me. It's probably always going to be in me. Narcissistic traits are in everyone. But it's how they operate which makes them different. Narcissistic personality disorder is a whole nother thing. Those traits is what, it comes with the territory and the genetics. But that personality disorder, most like if you got one narcissist in your family, you got some more. You got some more. You just probably didn't realize it. And they may be different types. Some of them may be the quiet narcissists who always keeps themselves like looking like they together, but really behind closed doors, they're not easy to live with. They are hateful. They are sadistic, but they don't want nobody to know about their sadistic side. They don't want nobody to know about their drug habits and things like that. They try to hide that. But eventually it starts to come out. Eventually it shows. It'll come out. You can't hide it all your life. It'll come out. I mean, it got me too. Back in the days. And those are your covert narcissists. And then you got one who's out loud. Those who are out loud, they don't care if you know who they are or not. They're going to treat you just how they want to treat you. And that's who they are. That's their personality. And even if you do got those type of people in your family, don't let them people try to provoke you into going against yourself. Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to question yourself. When you know what's right, you know what's right. On that movie, Gaslit by My Husband, see, that man, he was telling her what to think. He was projecting on her what to think. It was crazy that the black woman was standing there. She just happened, no, I can't remember. Was she black? Well, I didn't mean to say black, but let's just say a woman was standing there in the kitchen, and she had a phone got video on what really happened. If that woman had not had that phone video on what really happened, that woman was running around, the wife was running around like she really was doing those things. She started thinking that she had anger issues. She started thinking that she had, these are, just issues, mostly anger issues, He made her think that she was abusive and that she wasn't good enough to be around their kids and that she wasn't good enough to be around him. I mean, he really got in her head, and he switched himself around in her head where she thought everything that was happening, she did it. It was her fault that it happened. And really, it was him the whole time. He was doing things. Okay, it was just one incident in there where they were fussing on the stairs. And next thing you know, she falls down the stairs and he tumbles after her. But see, her head's so messed up, she didn't realize that he was the one did it. So she thought that she did it. She got up and he made her think that she was the one pushed him down. And then when her mind started getting right, once she started going no contact with him, well, she didn't go completely no contact. But when she started distancing herself away from him, when she started catching on to what he was really doing, her mind started becoming clear. But if that woman had not had that video camera, she would have thought she was doing all them things. And that's one thing that helped me. You know, they say get rid of them cameras out your house because people can see what you're doing. Well, when you are in this type of program that I'm in, the the monitoring program, the community policing program, whatever you want to call it. Well, when you on this program, everybody sees what you do. If they part of that InfoGuard or Control Pro, whatever it is, if they part of it, they see what you're doing. They hear what you're saying. They know what you're gonna eat before you eat it. They know. They know. And there's nothing you can do about that. So you might as well let it work for your good. And I chose to let the cameras work for my good. You know what the cameras teach me? They show me. They show me, am I acting psychotic? Am I acting with anxiety? Am I depressed? Those cameras show. They show every inch of me. Did I make myself fall? What did I fall over? Was I fussing for no reason at all? Was I the reason this fuss started? No. The reason this fuss started was because blank. I had a whole thing of raw chicken wings. Looked like they were cooked. Smelled like they were cooked. But the point was, they were soggy and full of grease. And it was the burnt grease that... I like burnt food, don't get me wrong, but it's a certain burnt. It's not to where it's burnt and it tastes burnt. And the skin was just as yellow and red and pink as if that chicken had just been plucked. Now, I spoke up about it. I said, hey, y'all gave me some raw chicken. But instead of them trying to make it right or saying sorry about that, they made it seem like it was my fault. And I had to go back that night and I had to look at those cameras. And you know what? It wasn't my fault. So I don't care who don't speak to me. That wasn't my fault. Now, have I ever done things wrong? Yeah, I have. And if I do something wrong to somebody, I'll admit it. You come to me and it's true, I'll admit it. But you can't convince me that I'm the problem when this is what you gave me. See, that's why you got to slow people down. And I always told my children that, slow people down so you hear what they saying. And I heard exactly what they were saying. When I spoke up for myself, next thing I know, all this stuff came out and now I'm bad this, bad that. Okay, I'll be the bad mother. I'll be the bad grandmother. I'll be bad sister. I'll be the bad old lady. Whatever you want me to be, I'm just going to be for you. But that's not in my world. Scoot. That's not in my world. But I'll be it for you. I mean, I'll let you say it because you have that right. You your own person. You your own thinker. You have a right to think what you want to think the same way I have a right to. But overall, even though people watch me through my cameras, and I be watching them watch me. I remember that one year I just sat here and I spent months just watching them watch me because they had the cameras hooked up backwards. Don't ask me how they did it, but they had the cameras hooked up backwards. I mean, I seen young men, I seen older men. I saw a lot of young men though, younger Hispanic men. I saw them. I saw some white people. I mean, really, they had the cameras hooked up backwards, and that was their fault. It wasn't my fault. And I sat there, and I would watch them watch me on their computers. And that's how I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy after I saw that. I was like, dang. And then I saw them when they did this one thing. And I was like, oh, no. No, they didn't. But they did. They really did do that. But I don't want to speak on what they did. But this is just to say, I can't control what anybody do. I can't stop what anybody do to me. I know people may think, if all this is happening, why not go to the police? Because I can't control what they think either. I can't control what they've been trained either. Because, if this thing is with the FBI, then, if it's local authority figures, they're not going to get in it. They're just going to be like, oh, no, we're not handling that. We're not touching that. They're not going to get in. They just give me a little something, give me a couple words to quiet me down, to make me think they care. And some of them actually do care. I have seen some who really do care. It's just one man. I knew he really cared. I saw his heart. I saw his heart breaking because he couldn't help me. I saw it. And he knew what was going on, but it was nothing he could do. I saw him. I saw his heart. I looked in his eyes and saw his heart. And I didn't get mad at him. And he was a first responder. I'm not going to tell you which network he come from, but he was a first responder. I saw his heart in his eyes. And he was broken. All he could do was try to calm me down. This is back when things first started heating up. And then it was that other guy I was talking about that one time. I saw his heart in his eyes too. He was like, girl. He was like in disbelief when he saw that it was me he had to follow. He aborted that mission so quick. He aborted the mission so quick. He was like, And he looked at me and he did that. He said, He shook his head and he turned and he left. He left. He didn't finish out what he was supposed to do when he saw it was me. Now, some people do have that kind of heart. And then there's other ones that are just mean and nasty. Mean and nasty, nasty, nasty. I talk on this podcast about different things, especially narcissists. It's everywhere. But not everybody, everybody is not a narcissist. But we all do have narcissistic traits, but everybody ain't a narcissist. When you get hold of a narcissist, you gonna know they make your brain twist. When you start talking to him, you feel your brain twisting, your energy leaving, be sick all the time. And, I mean, you know what? Come to think about it. And if the narcissist got flying monkeys, they'll make you sick too, the same way. Because them flying monkeys, them people who are for the narcissist or work under the narcissist, they gonna go along with everything they say. If they tell them what to do, they're going to do it. Yep. And I can feel where the back of my head been cut, my hair been cut some more. One side is like a normal size cut and the other side is really short. They don't like anything even. They like for you to look odd. Like some of my pictures I take, one boobie of mine would be extremely small and the other one would be, like normal size. And I don't know how they do that. How they get that like that. But I check in the mirror and I can assure you they are both the same size. I just don't know how they do it. Every one of my bras, I just brought brand new bras toward the end of last year. Or was it? Well, it was all through last year. I was buying bras because I really like these bras. They got the wire in them. They push-up bras. And they really do fit for big boob women. Oh, yeah. Check out my TikTok for them bras. They are push-up bras. They really do fit and hold you up. And they do hold back fat like no other bra I've ever tried. I mean, this bra is like super. This bra is like on steroids. If nobody tampers with it. So, I sleep in my bras because I'm a victim of rape and molestation. So I don't like to be just laid out there naked if I'm not beside somebody, like a guy. If I'm not sleeping with a guy, I'm not gonna sleep naked. That's no. But so I sleep with my bras on. Every bra I slept with on, the wire got cut out of them. So I'm walking around with these bras on, and the wire is cut out of them. And this bra is a good quality bra. Very good quality. But the wire's cut out of them. But now, to have the narcissist tell it, the wire ain't made out of good material. And that's what happens. But no, that's not true. This bra made out of some good material. I mean, it will hold you up and keep those big boobs, the pressure off your back. That's how good this bra is. But when it gets tampered with, you can get hurt with it because it do have the wire. And I have woke up with that wire. And they'll probably mess with the one I got on now. I'm wearing a half a wire right now because they got one half of it out and the other half is still in. And just the thought of somebody touching me like that while I'm sleeping, and they got me knocked out and things. And, you know, my sleep doctor, he was like, well, we got to find out why you sleeping so much. I wanted to tell him so badly because somebody's doing it. That's what I wanted to say. But he said, we'll get to the bottom of it and find out why you sleeping like that. I sleep like that when they're fitting to do something to my body. They knock me out like that. And it takes me a long time to wake up. Sometimes I don't wake up to 4 or 5 o'clock the afternoon, 3, anytime after 2 p.m. It's not because I'm lazy. Do you think I want to be in that bed all day knowing that it hurts my back? No. It's because of what happens around between the hours of 4 and 5 in the morning when I'm sleeping and get knocked out. And it takes that drug, whatever they're using, it takes it a little bit of time to get out my system. It takes at least about 3 days. And then I might be all right. But it's crazy. And to hear me tell these stories, it sounds like I'm making it up as I go, or is this some mental disorder? I'll let you be the judge of it. You be the judge of it. I can just say this much. It's not fun waking up with scars all over your body. Or you want your skin nice and here you is, you got a cut here, a cut there. I had cuts under my throat the other day. Cuts under my throat. I had cuts on my breast. And this is what they do. They get off on doing this. Cut my hair. I mean, it's all types of humiliation rituals that these people do that I have not seen. And if you go back and study, when the CIA was doing their investigations, you know, they were doing people like that. I didn't forgot what the name of that was. But the CIA was doing people like that. They were giving them drugs and stuff to see how they act. They was just psychologically torturing people to see their response. I forgot what that was. The psyops and all that. I don't want to get into none of that because I already know that they'll try to do something. Every time I speak on it, they try to do something. But how do they expect me to be quiet about it when they keep doing it? I mean, if I be quiet, they still gonna do it. If I speak up, they're gonna do it. So I guess it just depends on when I feel like speaking or don't speaking. Because they're gonna do it regardless. It's no compromise. What is it? The word isn't compromising. It's reasoning. It's no reasoning with them. And I would not reason with the enemy. I would not reason with someone who is influenced by the devil to do that type of evil to a human being. We have a humanity crisis all over the world. It's a humanity crisis. People don't recognize human beings anymore. And America should not be against its own citizens, but they are. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. Until somebody gets in that house that's going to make the right kind of noise, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, because I'm not going to be the only one go through this. It's thousands. I heard it's millions out there now that are going through the same thing. It started off with thousands and hundreds, but now, it's throughout the world. And they say you can go to another country to stop. No, it won't. It will not, because them other countries, if they got internet, they know about you. Anywhere there's internet, as long as you're on the grid, they know about you. That's why you got to learn how to live your life beyond what people expect, beyond what society says. If you're not a spiritual being, I advise you to get to know God, so that if you do have to go through this type of harassment and torture, that at least you're going through with it with the best person ever. The best person that you could go through with it is with God. Now, back to the makeup thing, and I know I went all the way around the world, but back to the makeup thing, I forgive those people who did it. I refuse. I know you're saying, how can you forgive them? Oh, yeah, I do. I forgive quick, because if I don't, that stuff is just going to pile up on my heart. Oh, no, they're not tripping me up like that. I forgive. I forgive all them that done something to me this week, last week, anytime in my life. If anybody done anything to me, I forgive. And especially those narcissists who are, and those criminals who keep coming in here, touching me and things and moving my things around. I forgive you. I forgive you. I love you. I love you. I won't hurt you. But if I ever get the chance to testify against you, I'm going to tell the truth and shame the devil. I love you. And if it's family members that's got to go under, then so be it. They just got to go under, because they know right from wrong. And if they don't know right from wrong, the prison system will teach them. It will teach them right from wrong. Ain't that what it's for? Rehabilitating them so they can come back and live the life in society and conform to society's laws and rules. The real ones, not these undercover rules. But yeah, I forgive. Forgiveness is a big part of my faith. It's a big part of my faith, and it's no other way for me to live. I get mad, I get angry, but nothing out here is worth me holding on to that type of madness, knowing that I can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it, but God can. And eventually He will open the door, pour out the blessings out the windows of heaven, and open that door where I will be able to testify against the people who done me wrong. I would be some of them standing in line, and they gonna call my name, Jamie Boughton. Can you tell us what happened to you? What was your experience like? Because it's an experiment. What they do to us is what they go overseas and do when they start fighting people. Yeah, because you do know they got to have guinea pigs to do this stuff on. So if somebody's in your neighborhood and they don't like you and they're affiliated and they can get your name put on the list, they probably going to have your name put on the list. So that they will look good, but really they are fake snitches. They are fake snitches because most of the time these people names that's on the list, they haven't done anything. So how are you real? You're not even real. You're not even a real snitch. That's how low your life is. Not even a real snitch. Good gracious. Okay, y'all. I didn't talk myself sleepy. And I am going to get off of here, do a couple videos, and laugh some more at that video. Because I'm just going to tell the people, when I get ready to do the video on TikTok, I'm going to just say, y'all, I don't know why this color came out like this. But this color is the color that it is. And I don't know. I might not put it up there because I hate to put that bottle up there and that color's not right. And then it's going to hurt the company. And the company ain't did nothing to me. The company been good to me. I may have to go and buy a bottle of it. Let me see how much it is. Let's see. Estee Lauder. They were assuming. Oh, gosh. It's expensive. At Walmart, it's $34. At Estee Lauder shop, is $52. And at eBay, it looks like they have some at eBay that I might can get for $20-some. Yeah, $23. The shade that I look like I got is like a light. And I mean, it looks like paint. It's cracking. It left cracks under my eyes even after I washed it off. That's crazy. It's a popular coverage matte foundation for black women with rich, warm, golden undertones. Now, see, that what I got, that wasn't for me. Not my kind of black. But I got to. I'm gonna end up ordering some. I might get it off TikTok since it's in my shop. Yep, get it off my TikTok shop. It's expensive, but if I'm gonna do the promotion right, I gotta have the right colors. Okay, I gotta get off. I wanna go eat something now. Why wasn't I cooking? I should have been baking me a potato. I made this good potato recipe out of some little baby potatoes. I think they're Idaho baby golden potatoes. Oh my goodness. Those potatoes are so good. Just baked in the oven. Add some paprika and some black pepper and some onion powder and some Parmesan cheese. You will sit there and eat a whole bag of them before you know it. That's how good they are. And you got to get it crispy. Oh, yeah, you got to rub it down in some olive oil. Get it crispy and, oh, my goodness. Smash them flat once they get done. Then add that Parmesan cheese. And let it crisp up. That is so good. Y'all, I'm cold. I'm sitting here talking. I'm wondering why I'm shaking. But I'm cold. Okay, I'm gone now this time for real. Peace, love, and happiness. Y'all have a great afternoon.